Welcome, Mr. McLean. Master McLean is, as you all know through the magazine, one of our main collaborators in the last years. He is one of the greatest names on Kyushu all over the world. Why? Because he explains very well things. He is very honest, very open on his knowledge, very generous sharing the knowledge, and very well organized on pedagogy, which is one of the most important things I think that makes a difference with him.
Thank you.
Welcome first of all, and how do you feel about the meeting?
No, it's been great so far. It's nice to actually put a personal touch, shaking hands with the faces that we see in the magazine, because you don't know just from looking at a picture. Yeah. You don't know from reading an article, but when you meet them and you talk to them just about life in general, it's a much better feeling.
Yeah, I think it's one of the ideas of the event, because you guys every month are very well known for many people that read the magazine all over the world in different languages, but when it comes the opportunity to meet the same faces, it's great. And well, it's our first time together anyway, even if we are working for some years. And I must say that I see the person behind of the image of your show. It really is better than what I was expecting. So I'm very glad to see that there's a great human behind the person.
But what's interesting is I was teaching in Boston, and somebody came to the seminar that I hadn't seen in 10 years. And he said to me afterwards, he said, "You're exactly the same as you were 10 years ago. Open, friendly, telling jokes." He says, "Nothing went to your head, everything is just, you're the same," which he goes, and I appreciate that. And yeah. I was happy. I was like, okay, we don't see how we change, or, you know, good or bad.
Yeah, it's better if you change to the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, what is in your opinion, the most important thing that Kyushu can give to the martial artists and to the young generations?
Well, one thing I've been studying outside of martial arts is really about learning principles, and that's how I teach. There's few principles, but there's many ways to execute those principles. So you may have a different way of approaching something than I do, but I can look at your way and go, that's this principle, and then I go, that's a good way to execute. So understanding the basic principles of what anybody has to teach, you can learn faster. And that to me is what I'm trying to, if you want to call it my gift, my legacy, I don't know, help people learn faster by understanding the principles associated behind what they're doing. Doesn't matter what you call your martial art. The end goal is to develop a strong mind, strong body, and also have self-defense skills if you need them.
That's very interesting. And how this could impact mainly in the new generations? Because we see today young people are not really very disposed or ready for sacrifice. To learn martial arts is not like learning other disciplines. You need to really be involved and make some efforts. And we see that new generations are not so open to that. How you fight this, and how you see the situation, how you collaborate to change the situation?
I think it's how individual instructors approach how they teach. So I started, one day I just looked up the definition for martial arts and self-defense. They were two totally different definitions. They weren't the same. So when you say to somebody, do you want to learn martial arts? They're like, no, because they think that involves a commitment. When you say, do you want to learn self-defense? They're like, of course, I want to learn to protect myself. Well, that's a commitment also, but you can approach it differently. A lot of people don't want the trappings of the martial arts. They want to wear just regular clothes because that's how real life is. And we wear costumes. It's Halloween every day. And so I think that our approach to how we teach the people and give them real skills instead of making them wait. The old way, you had to prove yourself before we would teach you the secrets. You can teach people everything now. That doesn't mean they're going to get it. It's that old saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. The teacher is us, not me as the martial arts teacher, but each one of us, when we look in the mirror, all of a sudden we go, I got it. Now I know what he was talking about. And I still hear some of the things that some of my teachers would say to me over the years, and I'm like, now I understand. It took me a long time, because sometimes individually or personally, depending on what we have going on in our life, we're not ready to accept some of the lessons. And I think that the biggest thing is how we teach people and talk to them, not talk at them.
Makes a lot of sense? Yeah.
I'm not the, I'm just, when people call me master or sensei, I'd rather be called Mark. That's the name my mother gave me.
Listen, Mark, you're teaching all over the world, to many countries, and how you see the difference between teaching in Europe and America and USA?
America is very, very commercial. Europe doesn't seem as commercial as the United States. More people, they seem to have more people training here than in the USA. In the USA, there's some very big schools. But I don't see the quality. I used to have a big school, and I looked at it and I said, no, this is not good. I needed to change how I was doing things. And I'm much happier since I did that. And this is my 52nd trip just to Italy. And I've taught many countries. But what I see is the common element, especially in Europe, is more people are willing to show up and learn. And in the USA, not so much. I think there's a difference in the commercial aspect.
And one of the good things of Kyushu is that interact with no matter what martial arts or style or tradition. And I think it's one of the keys of success, because I'm selling his videos successfully, so I realized that your videos are in the hands of taekwondo, karate. Everybody wants to learn about the points and about like miracle effects. So, but still some people are a little bit concerned or not confident about that. So I want you to speak to those people now.
So there's a saying in politics that if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. Okay, so if you add pressure points to bad technique, you still have bad technique. It's not going to change anything. So there's no magic fix. What I think needs to be taught of it for people to understand the principles. One of my students said to me, he was training with me 6 months, and he said, so if I understand this correctly, you're teaching me you're teaching me techniques so I understand principles, so I can learn other techniques faster. I said, you got it. And so that's why Kyushu, because you have Taekwondo, Kempo, Kenpo, all these different, Kanju Kempo, all these different styles, but they're here. But there's that saying, at the top of the mountain, all the masters fight the same, because the goal is to quickly get rid of the opponent, whether it's verbally, psychologically, or physical. And by teaching people how to react, not think. Because if you think, then you stop and you go, and by that time, you eat the fist. So you react, and then afterwards you go, oh wow, I did this, I did that. One of my students, for example, he stopped training with me because he moved to Texas. And he was on the highway. Lots of traffic, lots of people, beat with the horn and everything else. And some guy was yelling at him. So he gets out of the car. He goes, come on, And the guy went to go swing at him, and he went boom, and he hit him on stomach 5, and the guy passed out in the highway. And so he goes back in the car, And his girlfriend said, "What happened?" He goes, "We have to go." But he contacted me afterwards. He says, "All that training I did with you years ago," he goes, "it's still in here and it's still in here."
Yes.
And I was like, and I hadn't heard from him in probably 10 years. And so it's teaching people to have the confidence and they have the skills. Hopefully we never have to use it, but you can't. Some people's concern is you can't keep hitting the points. They're right, you can't. You have to do it once or twice so you have the feeling for it, and then you're to internalize that feeling. You know,
and then react in consequence.
That's right. That's where the confidence comes from, not constantly beating somebody, because then you also feel bad because you're constantly beating somebody. There's the moral aspect as well. Did that answer?
Yeah, okay. Perfectly. Yeah. Well, I just want to say thank you for being with us. I think you will enjoy in the next years many more videos, many more articles with this Grandmaster, which is Mark Lane, and great human being. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Thank you for putting this on.
Well, I'm very honored, happy to see a very good old friend of mine, Grandmaster FRAN Sanchez. Thank you very much for you come and visit us in Rome.
What the rest for the world. Really, you're doing such great things and you're a great friend, and on the level that you're doing, promoting martial arts is fantastic.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How do you feel about this event here in Rome, that you gladly join us? How you feel about the people, the energy? It's good?
Very good. Aside from the jet lag, which I get used to. Beautiful. Yeah, a lot of camaraderie. Too much fighting before the martial arts. It's possible to get groups of martial artists from different systems, and you're all cooperating and getting together. But it takes a good leader.
Well, actually, it's what Grandmaster FRAN Sanchez used to do, because you know, one of the biggest events in the world on martial arts, putting together so many martial artists for how many years, Master?
This is 25 years.
26.
26.
Fantastic. So next year will be 30 years with the magazine, so you 26 years with the event.
I think he's beaten me, right?
Yeah. No. But
slightly.
What you have done for martial arts in America and all over the world is fantastic. I think you must be recognized for that. I think we all recognize that. And we are very glad and honored to have you here to share your knowledge, your spirit, the way you act, the way you command yourself in front of people is something that is always a lesson.
Nice to hear. And then my wife would give you another story.
But she's not here.
Yes. So we can lie a little bit. I'm very thankful that you're saying that.
Tell us something more about the Sanjitsu.
Sanjitsu is the art from Guam. It was recognized in 2016 by the Guam legislature, 33rd Guam legislature. They presented me with a resolution. I couldn't be there, but my nephew Tommy accepted it on my behalf. He's an ex-Army Ranger and ex-LOTC officer, Tommy Aftergate, and he was happy enough to do that, and I was thrilled that he accepted for me. And it was a great pleasure when your own people recognize you.
Definitely. It's now Guam became really clear on the map because all this tense international situation. So we were really concerned about you. Who knows in Guam? Only Grandmaster Sanchez.
I've got to emphasize that a lot of people, well now they do. They know that Guam is U.S. territory. It's been that way since World War II. The Romanians fought in World War II along with the Americans, and they won citizenship for Guam. They recaptured it, took it away from the Japanese for our friends of ours, of course. But during that time, it was a different story, and we became all American citizens at that time.
How is your system now becoming better known all over the world? But where Sanjitsu is more practiced, usually in the USA, right?
USA used to be in Germany at one time. I'm not a rich man.
Yeah.
So traveling
Neither me. In spite of whatever things.
takes a lot of money.
But we are happy.
Yes, we're happy.
Okay.
We're happy.
And we sleep at night.
Yes.
Good.
But you do things the right way. But lack of communication going back and forth as much as I could. And so that led to this. We're still friends. I couldn't keep track, and I'm very much for doing it the right way. It's got to be a hands-on approach. Promotions have to be done the correct way. There's no giving away rank. There's always testing and things like that.
For people all over the world that want to be in connection with you, how they can interact with you, or being interested in your Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, for those who are interested, you can just go to, you can email me at GM, that's good, and master, GM, Frank Sanchez at Comcast.net. And you can approach me there, and I'll be happy to answer.
Thanks for coming again.
My pleasure.
I'm
Always
so
good
happy
back.
to see you again. It's like a karmic renew with
Yes,
us,
sir.
and you were so kind to take the plane from USA and stay with us and teach to our students here, and I'm very happy. Thank you.
Cool. Anytime for you, sir. Thank you, Alfred.
Well, here I am with a very good friend, Grandmaster RIBEIRO from Portugal. I must say a few words in Portuguese, because even if we made the interview in English, he speaks Portuguese because he's from Portugal, and I'm like, half of me is from Portugal too. So, muito bem-vindo. Obrigado por estar connosco cá em Roma. Mesmo que vamos fazer o interview em inglês, gostava de dizer que nós falamos em português entre nós. Para os portugueses do mundo saberem, não é?
Claro. E é a quinta língua mais falada do mundo.
É verdade. So,
Quero agradecer também o facto de mais uma vez estarmos juntos.
obrigado a você.
Já lá vão muitos anos. E espero que assim continuemos enquanto estivermos juntos da minha parte.
So now I will speak in English. RIBEIRO, Grandmaster RIBEIRO. It's funny because when I say your name in English, it costs me.
Yeah.
Well, Rui.
Normalmente desse
Rui
Roy.
RIBEIRO.
Normalmente desse Roy.
Well, we know each other for so many years. He's a grandmaster, or not only martial arts, but also on medicine. He helped a lot of people with bones and any kind of natural energy. How it's called? Osteopathy, kinesiology.
Yeah. Osteopathy. It's,
Yeah, mainly osteopathy.
Yeah.
Actually, he helped me the other year with the knee, so I can assure you he's great on that too. He was covered in the magazine. He made a video with us. Was fantastic. He came from karate mainly, but he got many other traditions on his behind, on his back. He met many of the grandmasters of karate. So, what you can share from that knowledge you got from all these old masters that you have the great opportunity to learn and meet personally?
No, at this time, respect, friendship, and open mind, it's the biggest value that I got from them. And what I learned beyond technique, it's what we can do with our body and ourselves to improve the knowledge, to develop. And we have to have open mind to all the techniques. In that times, I have to change from one master to another to learn. But today, we can join all that feelings, all that signs, and make them through our body to teach the others. They can learn they can learn with us, not needing to try many schools, but they have knowledge in their body, in their mind, and they can improve to be a better man, to be a better woman.
I think it's fair if we mention some of these names, because they are really, for all of us, we know history of martial arts. Please share some of the names of.
Yeah, I train with Master Tetsuji Murakami, Master Yoshinao Nambu, and Master Hiro Mochizuki. That was the introductors of the karate in Europe. And I train with Master Izataka from Koshige Karate Do, Soriji Keikokan, that bring his father, the karate, traditional karate from Okinawa. I have some stage with one time with Master Sigure Gami, and I met Genchi Ryonishi, was the teacher that comes after Master Funakoshi. We meet him here in Madrid and in the north of Coruña, in the north of Spain. And I meet all the Master Shishiro Sato from the IMAF Kokuzawa Wing, Master Toze, one of the great masters of ancient samurai of sword, ancient Ryuyaide. And I met many masters also from Aikido and kickboxing and all the, and my friend that teach me in Portugal, Vladimir Fragoso, first person that do boxing without almost anything to eat. And in the old times, I managed to bring him with us to see the new generations and teach us boxing and shadow and the way of moving the head and striking, very important for me.
What do you think today is, for the new generations, would be what we can bring them through the martial arts?
I think that what we can bring is to make things like this one, and also in the other side where I go, but people bring together one to each other and show what they know, and show the new generations that they must see all, not to tell him this is better than that one, or it's the way. And if you be a better man, if you have our body and our mind growing, perhaps one day for me, and I think for my students, my instructors, when we meet again, we will be the same.
How you feel about the energy, the place, the meeting in Rome? How you feel everything is going here?
Yes, I feel that it's good because people, it's kind, and if we have the feeling of good spirit and positive spirit, and all come to work, and I think it's good. I like it.
Good. So thanks for coming.
Thank you very much for one more time.
So,
and,
so glad to see you again.
We heard the bird, and I was there, it's like a chew, it's a lot. You see all things.
The cars are all around.
All places.
Yeah. Caraço tengu.
Good friend.
Caraço tengu.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, here I am with Rondy MACKEE, my master Rondy MACKEE. She became a new good friend.
Thank you.
She is going to be one of newest covers in 2018 on the magazine. She came to Valencia, made a great video, also ended the video in America. We must say about her, not only as a teacher of martial artist, she's probably one of the ladies and even men with more success in America in terms of a gym. She's running one of maybe the biggest gym in America, martial arts, and we must say that because not everybody knows that. she's not only a good teacher on that, on martial arts, but mainly she's teaching them well how to get success to other people, running their own gyms, their own dojos or KLINE. So first time we met was Palma de Mallorca when she was teaching in Stefan Billin's meeting. All this side of her knowledge, which is unbelievable. But you came here today to share your martial arts with our friends, so thank you. And how you feel about the energy and the situation, Rome and everything?
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. It's great energy. I came here, I wanted to share maybe some different techniques, but also I wanted the opportunity to learn from so many incredible masters. So I'm excited about 2 days of just learning, getting new techniques that I can bring back home to my students as well.
Beautiful. That's great, because this is the spirit I like on you. You're always learning, always open, always ready to change, always ready to upgrade, and this is probably one of the keys of your success.
I tell my students that it's about evolution, that we have to constantly be seeking new information. I always, in my school, bring in additional masters to come in, guest masters to share their knowledge, and I tell them to be like a sponge, just learn everything that you can and pick out things that work for you, that resonate with you, and put that into your toolbox and be your own martial artist. So I really encourage them to be 100 times better than me.
Mm-hmm. That's great. That's great. How many students do you have? Because I don't know the figures, but
it's in the thousands. Yeah, it's a big school. As far as square feet, it's 24,000 square feet, whereas probably the average school in America is maybe 1,500.
North Carolina, right?
In North Carolina, yes.
Well, you know, if you go to America, you need to visit actually. You need to visit her mainly, because she's a great person and always open to share, always open to meeting people.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm very happy you came here.
Oh, me
very
too.
honored too, because I believe we started a good friendship and a good collaboration, and I hope we can do many more things in the future.
I believe so, yes. Thank you.
What do you think about the difference between Europe and USA in terms of martial artists and training, or even the attitude?
I would say what I've noticed is that and it's a good and bad thing, that I would say over here that there's a bigger focus on the actual training, and in America we tend to focus on the business. And I think it's the best school is where you come in the middle and you meet in the middle, because you need the business part to keep the doors open, but of course you always want to be improving those skills and make sure that you have an incredible quality product that you can teach back to your students. So we need to have a balance of both.
Well, how was what the difference between what you expected when you came to work with Budo first time and what you found?
I didn't know you would be so funny.
Thank you.
So I really enjoyed that. But just your open mind, I feel like we feel the same on many subjects, just about always what else is there, what else can we learn, what else can we add to the program, how much better can we make it, and how great can this be, just to keep going, just to never be content, like this is enough, that always I want to learn more. And I feel like you have the same. The same
what
mind.
do you think? Yes, definitely. But what do you think? Because you got success on bringing young people to schools, and I really believe that the new generations really need martial arts. We need to not only physically but emotionally and mentally. How you were able to create this to make it tasty for them? What is the secret?
Well, what I did was, instead of focusing on making multiple locations to bring in more students, I focused on just one location, but reaching out to different markets, different sectors, and different needs. And we can do so much through martial arts. It's not just self-defense. Right now we have a program that is really going strong that has to do with reading proficiency. Tie that in with martial arts. That's so important for our kids in America, that they be at a proficient reading level by the end of grade 3. It's vital. And so we've been able to tie a reading program in with martial arts. It's kind of unheard of to combine those things together. But by doing that, we're bringing in an entire new market, and we're also teaching them martial arts as well. So just finding new niches, new markets. What I taught today with a women's self-defense is designed for women that wouldn't normally take martial arts. It was for my moms that were sitting in the audience, and asking them, what is it? Why won't you take martial arts for yourself? And they gave me some interesting answers, and so I was able to create a program for these women that would not normally take martial arts, but they would take something to protect themselves and their family.
Well, I think probably the humanitarian side of your character is one of the key of success, because this interest on helping people to grow is maybe at least one of the virtues I really appreciate on you.
I think that's really important.
You help a lot of people, a lot of kids, a lot of persons, and that's the most important thing. I think we pass through our lives very quickly. Lives go fast, and we need to give some good things out behind of us. So thank you for that attitude. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for coming here and staying with us as well.
Thank you. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bueno, estoy aquí con mi amigo, gran maestro Carlos Barrera, de Arrote Canario. Siempre un gran placer recibirte, querido amigo.
El placer es nuestro de pertenecer a esta gran familia de Budo Internacional.
Es un gran placer y un honor porque el maestro Carlos Barrera es una persona maravillosa, ha hecho un fantástico trabajo que creo que será reconocido por muchos años, recobrando las tradiciones de su pueblo y enseñándolas a la juventud, compartiéndola con la gente en el mundo. Ha hecho algún vídeo con nosotros, seguramente habrá muchos más en el futuro. Ahora iniciamos un gran proyecto de dar a conocer otras artes marciales de las Islas Canarias y bueno, siempre un placer tenerte aquí. ¿Cómo sientes tú el evento?
Pues mira, primero sorprendido el calor, ¿no? Porque pensé que iba a ser algo más de fresco y...
Bueno, para un canario eso es nada.
Sí, bueno, como estar en casa, pero estar en casa doblemente, porque la sensación es de tanto tú como Paolo son unos anfitriones magníficos y el ambiente que hay es como de una gran familia, ¿no? De una gran familia bien avenida.
Eso es, porque hay familias que...
Y es súper agradable, porque aparte hay una sensación de camaradería y de aprender y dar a conocer y que nos sentimos todos importantes.
Qué bien, qué bonito, qué bonito. Pues ha sido muy difícil porque claro, tú no puedes traer 20.000 garrotes para que la gente haga la clase, pero has hecho una bonita demostración de cómo trabajáis, ¿no?
Sí, bueno, fue intensa, porque fueron 2 tatamis, 10 minutos muy intensos. Este año quisimos traer también el torete canario, que la gente conociera otra de nuestras armas. Y bueno, estamos además ante un público que es exigente y que sabe de artes marciales, entonces hay que dar lo mejor de sí, ¿no? Y que la gente vea pues, las distintas técnicas, cómo se combina con las distintas mañas de lucha canaria, con el garrote, con cómo se trabaja, a pesar de ser un arma larga, pues se trabaja en distancia muy corta, en fin. Creo que es un mostrador internacional de un sitio tan pequeño como el nuestro, pues darlo a conocer, ¿no?
Pero tan bonito, porque lo que hacéis es precioso. Yo siempre, desde hace muchos años, tú lo sabes, he defendido dar a conocer las artes tradicionales de Europa y, por supuesto, de las Islas Canarias. Ahora estamos iniciando un proyecto para dar a conocer también la lucha canaria y tú estás trabajando, nos está ayudando muchísimo con ese tema.
Hombre, nosotros, el presidente del gobierno canario, recientemente, en la primera gala de los deportes canarios, decía que esta es la legislatura de los deportes autóctonos canarios. Y nosotros hemos trabajado con la Dirección de Deportes para que, con Budo Internacional, pues sacar un proyecto adelante de difusión de las distintas artes marciales y deportes canarios de combate, pues darlo a conocer internacionalmente, porque además hay demanda, ¿no? Hay gente que demanda pues conocer la lucha canaria, el torete canario, el garrote canario, en fin. Yo creo que hay un campo importante que trabajar ahí.
Esperamos el año que viene llevar adelante muchos de esos proyectos y a mí me harán especialmente feliz, porque hace mucho tiempo que estoy luchando por este tema y solo ahora he encontrado realmente el apoyo y la ayuda de Carlos, que está moviendo todos los hilos para que esto ocurra?
Bueno, yo decir que Alfredo nos sorprendió, porque estuviste hace poco allá en La Laguna, estuvimos en un simposio de Garrote y nos sorprendió con el conocimiento que tienes de las tradiciones antiguas y cómo arraizaba eso con el mundo canario antiguo, ¿no? Con el mundo guanche, y nos hace, sin perder lo local, ser parte de lo universal, ¿no? Y eso yo creo que es una virtud que tiene Budo Internacional y Cinturón Negro.
Muchas gracias. Pues es un placer, un honor como siempre recibirte. Espero que el tiempo que queda del evento sea maravilloso para vosotros y de nuevo muchísimas gracias. Gracias, Carlos. Bueno, estoy aquí con mi gran amigo, gran maestro, DIAZ.
Encantado.
De Kaisendo.
Encantado, Alfredo.
Qué gusto tenerte aquí en Roma otra vez.
Para mí es un honor siempre que me llames a este evento.
Viene bien sudadito porque acaba de dar su clase. Es una clase estupenda. Todo el mundo está muy contento. Siempre es un gusto aprender de quien tiene tanta experiencia como usted, maestro. Y como tú, porque no puedo llamarte
Sí,
usted,
somos tan amigos que usted suena un poco raro. Quizás en inglés, bien. Pero...
Vamos a hacer parte de la entrevista en español, parte en inglés.
Ok, no problema.
¿Cuál es tu sensación al venir a Roma a este encuentro este año? ¿Cómo lo ves?
En primer lugar, debo remarcar el encontrarme con amigos, antiguos amigos, no les voy a llamar viejos. Algunos somos viejos, pero no tanto. Y la verdad que eso es de una inmensa alegría. Y después tener la oportunidad de mostrar ante diversos estilos de artes marciales lo que en principio yo creé y sigo practicando actualmente.
El espíritu de tu trabajo está siempre vinculado a unas fuertes raíces con el karate, con el judo, con el jiu-jitsu, pero has sabido darle siempre tu visión más vinculada a una realidad de combate, porque tienes varios aspectos dentro de tu estilo, ¿no? Una parte más, digamos, de autodefensa, una parte más tradicional.
Efectivamente, en un principio empecé practicando judo, luego karate, simultáneo los dos estilos. Posteriormente me adentré en el campo del jiu-jitsu, porque era lo que pregonaba la Federación de Judo, de Jiu-Jitsu, y Aikido. También estuve practicando con el gran maestro Yasunari Taura y después con Tomás Sánchez. Esos fueron mis comienzos. Después fui buscando acoplar otras artes de combate como el kickbox, el kickboxing, Muay Thai, donde se emplean muchas técnicas de codo y rodillas sobre todo, pero no hay que olvidar que esto viene del karate jiu-jitsu. Es ahí donde ya me profundicé para transformar un poco lo que era el aikido al aikijutsu, gracias a entrenamientos con el gran maestro Shidoshi Jordan Augusto, y después de toda la vida he estado practicando karate jutsu. Empecé enseñando en la Academia de Policía, Defensa Personal, y ya fue cuando empecé a crear mi sistema. Entonces, en un principio todo estaba basado en el Do, que es muy importante, pero luego sigo buscando las raíces, que realmente es donde está la defensa personal. Mi sistema, aplicamos técnicas dentro del gimnasio, dentro del dojo, que es muy diferente a como la aplicamos en la calle. En la calle no usamos el gi. Lo que usamos es simplemente unos pantalones, unas zapatillas, y con eso tenemos que estar dispuestos a defenderlo.
Now we go in English. After many years working with Grandmaster Juan DIAZ, we made different videos with him. You can find it in our website. But he made and the last one was a few months ago, and it's coming with a new cover in 2018 with Grandmaster Juan DIAZ, which is going to be, I think, a very remarkable moment for the international development of your system. How do you see the different styles, because you are very open-minded, so how you feel about all these great masters and friends coming together to teach in harmony?
Okay, I think the most important is working together. Working together. I learn everybody. I learn with the master, the Kung Fu, the Aikido Jiu-Jitsu. With the proposal is the to have a good base and performance. Because Kaizen-do we not do it in the street. We are prepared to destroy the attacker. When speak about the Kaizen-do in the street, the opponent is no opponent, it's the attacker. When working into the dojo, is the uke. At first, uke is the opponent, okay, but no attacker.
No enemy.
No enemy, no enemy. For that, we have two way. Then do, base in Aikido, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, and Karate. I say Jiu-Jitsu because
he looks like he's Italian because he's moving the hands and the microphone.
Okay, no.
But he's not Italian. This is Spanish.
Okay, thanks.
So keep the microphone here.
Okay, no problem.
You're gonna miss your words.
Yes.
So, but I understand the concept. So you have two different approaches. One is the enemy, one is the adversary, which is the uke, who help you to increase your abilities on dojo, and you make the big difference when you're teaching on that.
Yes, when I teach in the dojo, I teach to my student. Dojo is like a church, like a temple, like a temple. We have respect for the student, fellow, and then the master and the Talaushi, that's the Grand Master. Two ways, but I took my student and my instructor when we were into the streets, no things do, things in jutsu. In jutsu, because the self-defense is different when you training into the dojo or street.
Well, Juan Díaz, gracias, thank you.
Para mí es un honor, como siempre, primero estar contigo y luego poder compartir con todos los compañeros que vienen.
Muchas gracias por venir, por compartir, por estar siempre dispuesto.
Gracias.
I'm very glad here because I have a new friend, Markus SHINHAMMER.
I'm glad to be here and you invite me. Thank you very much.
You're always invited to anything we do because now you're part of Budo family.
Great, fantastic.
He was on the cover last year and he made a new video with us, the first video with us.
Yes.
And he's a very honorable person, honest teacher with a great modern attitude, respectful attitude about his own tradition of Wing Chun, but at the same time very open. And I think that it's very good to have you here because we need new fresh blood with Budo, and you are one of the newest strong points for us. So I'm very happy having you here.
Thank you, thank you.
So how you feel about the event? The energy, the people, how do you feel about this meeting in Rome?
I think the idea of this event is great because there are coming a lot of masters, grandmasters, and everybody is different and you can talk to each other and all is very friendly here. I like this very much and everybody can teach his own style and you can show the main points of your style which you train, and I like this very much. I think a great event here. I like it.
Every time we met, you met me with hot.
Yeah, always, always, always. When I met you, always is hot. Always.
Don't say that to your wife.
The next time we go in winter.
Good, good. So, how is the feeling of seeing people from different cultures? Like we have people from China, from USA. Not only different martial arts, but different cultures. Do you think this experiment is interesting for students, for teachers?
I think very interesting because every culture has its own things, and every martial arts is different. Not always the same. And I think everybody can learn from the other a lot. And I love this because when somebody teaches something, I hear. I watch. Yeah,
you're an example of that because you learn, you're German, but you learn a Chinese tradition.
Yes.
So we all became dualistic. It's one of the things that I think is make reach us, all of us in martial arts, because we can have the distance from our own culture, and we can have the distance from the other culture. Where we can, let's say, like a son of that culture. So. How you recommend to the Western people to join Wing Chun or other Chinese or Japanese or Indian styles? What do you think about this experience for students to learn other cultures and other traditions? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's a good idea? What they can change their life with that? I mean, we see young people today. And they are a little bit lost, only with the fingers playing on, everything is virtual, everything is internet. So what do you think we can offer to this generation?
I think martial arts is a way of life, and not only for fighting or kicking, because when you won't only do this, then you can train 2 years, and then you can go and play football. But for me it's a way of life. I train since I'm 5 years old. Always different martial arts, and I love martial arts training because it's not only for fighting, it's open-minded, and you're a friendly person, a nice person, and you both bow for each other, for the respect. And for me it's this thing: respect, coordination, concentration, and that is all martial arts. And every martial arts system, I think, has this inside, and martial arts make better people, better humans.
Yes, I think so. How in your schools in Germany, what is the proportion of age of?
We begin with 3.5 a year with kids garden martial arts. It's for coordination, concentration, and it's a very funny class because always from kids garden. And then up to, I think the oldest is 68 years old, the oldest, and we teach teenagers. We have a big class with teenagers. We have about 100 teenagers in our class.
Beautiful.
And everybody who wants to train and has respect can come, and we welcome all people in our school.
Yeah, because Wing Chun got this ability. It's a kind of style that is really very accommodative to any age. You can be old man and practice Wing Chun. You can be a kid and practice Wing Chun, and this is something that I always appreciate on your style. All this maybe it comes because of tradition that was a lady who made it, and they must be more soft, more than hard, etc.
I think a lot of people think Wing Chun is soft, and they misunderstood this sentence, because Wing Chun is soft because when you will get attacked, when you go out of the line of attack, that is soft, because I don't go against that. Okay, I don't go against the force, for example. I go out of the line. It's for very intelligent people to go out of the line of attack, and then you come from an angle and can counter attack. And that's a very good system. And you can, every woman, if you are tall, small, bigger, it's no problem. Everybody can do this. That's very nice, and you feel good when you do. When you train the real side of Wing Chun, you feel good. It's good for health, for example, breathing and for fighting. Yeah,
Of course.
fighting also is.
Martial arts
Yeah.
are martial arts.
Yeah, martial arts.
Good. I'm very proud you joined us this year for the first time. I hope we'll be for many more. We always wait for you in Valencia. You will be always welcome.
Thank you very
and
much.
thanks for coming.
Yeah. I say thank you to you. Thank you very much.
Well, we'll make this interview mainly in Spanish because we have no way to talk each other in another language. We know for many years. I'm here with one good friend, this great collaborator of the magazine. You all know him because he did something that nobody did before. He wrote interviews with all the masters in Hong Kong about his own style, preaching, with no other intention than to help them and to help people understand all the different styles of Wing Chun, all the different traditions, all the different sources. I mean, he did a great job. I think all people in Wing Chun must be thankful to his job. And so thank you for that work.
No, thanks to you, thanks to Budo.
Use the micro.
Okay, so, no, thanks to you. Thanks to you for your friendship. It's an honor to me to be here. And it's exactly in the other way. I have to be absolutely grateful to the other masters in Hong Kong and the rest of China. All of them teach to me every time that I visit them.
That's very nice for you. We will follow the interview in Spanish.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Querido Salvador Sánchez, Sifu Salvador Sánchez, bienvenido.
Muchas gracias,
Como
maestro.
siempre. Muchas gracias por venir a Roma otro año. Ya estuviste la otra vez, pero ¿qué sientes de este encuentro? ¿Cómo lo ves este año? ¿Cómo ves las cosas, la gente, la situación, la energía?
Bueno, como decías en la introducción, cuando yo voy a visitar a muchos maestros a China, intentando escucharles y que den su punto de vista, lo que intento es conectar personas, ¿no? De esa manera yo creo que es mejor para todos. Pues esto es exactamente lo mismo. Lo que tú haces en la revista y lo que has conseguido que todos estos maestros vengan desde todas partes del mundo a dedicar parte de su tiempo, de su energía, de su conocimiento a compartir con otros, es exactamente la misma idea. Y eso es lo que hace, yo pienso, grandes las cosas, ¿no? Entonces, este tipo de eventos deberían de repetirse mucho más a menudo, porque harían, bueno, muchos de los maestros del budismo siempre hablan, ¿no? Si tú pones a dos enemigos a trabajar con una misma visión, conseguirás siendo casi como hermanos. Bueno, pues es la misma filosofía. Aquí muchas veces hay disputas en el mundo de las artes marciales porque no conocemos al otro, a la esencia de su persona, a su punto de vista, y esto nos ayuda a eso. Yo me voy de aquí con un montón de amigos, con un montón de conocidos nuevos, al igual que la última vez, y por supuesto la próxima vez que lo hagas, aquí estaremos con seguridad.
Esperamos hacerlo también en España.
Es una gran noticia. Es una gran noticia.
Esperamos hacerlo para cumplimentar estos 30 años de revista, en los que tú llevas muchos. ¿Hace cuántos años estás trabajando en eso?
Bueno, directa o indirectamente, pues casi 20 años. Empecé con mi maestro, como sabes, y ya, pues desde que decidí crear la institución que ahora dirijo, DIAZ Internacional, yo creo que son ya casi 10 años, unos 8 años, y muy contento, la verdad. Yo debo mucho a RONDY Internacional, debo mucho a Alfredo Tucci, que es mi amigo y mentor, y estoy muy agradecido. Y yo creo que nunca podré devolver todo lo que la revista ha hecho por mí. Así que aquí estaremos, mientras me aguantes.
Estoy muy feliz porque tienes una forma de atacar las cuestiones que se ve muy poco. Esta forma tuya abierta, generosa con los demás, inteligente y creativa, ¿no? Porque siempre hablamos entre nosotros y fuera de micrófonos y de cámaras que el problema de las artes marciales es que está lleno de egos, ¿no?
Sin duda.
Y tú has siempre tenido una actitud en ese sentido muy humilde y que se ve poco, y claro, el que se pone debajo realmente se eleva. Entonces tu trabajo estos últimos años con estos maestros de China ha sido fantástico. Yo creo que yo no he visto esa generosidad en nadie más, porque ha sido con tu dinero y con tu esfuerzo que has traído, no solo en tus viajes, sino pagando tus espacios publicitarios para que otros tuvieran la oportunidad de dar a conocer su su trabajo. Entonces yo creo que eso debe ser dicho, la gente no lo sabe, cree que todo es fácil, pero no, en la revista las cosas cuestan dinero y tú has puesto por delante el interés de otras personas y de tu propio estilo, y creo que es algo remarcable, único, y que te ha hecho completamente diferente, y eso también te ha dado la ocasión de que las puertas se abran para ti en otros estilos de Wing Chun, ¿no? Lo cual demuestra lo positivo que es ser generoso. Dicen que cuando das uno recibes 100, y es cierto, tú eres un caso verdaderamente ejemplificante de esta posición vital, ¿no? ¿Qué crees tú que es lo que debemos esperar en los próximos años por este cambio generacional, por este cambio de paradigma en el tema de artes marciales con las nuevas generaciones?
Bueno, como decía al principio, al final yo no entiendo otra vía, ¿no? Como dices, es una lucha de egos y al final es una cuestión de egos, pero es muy importante, como decía Carmen Posadas, es una escritora que a mí me gusta mucho, hay que mantener el ego en la justa medida, todos lo tenemos, ¿no? Creo que a mí me aportó mucho esto, casi pensando en egoísta, dar mi espacio a esas personas para que se expresen, para que den su punto de vista, abrir las puertas de la revista, incluso pagando con nuestros fondos esas cosas, con nuestros viajes, me ha hecho a mí mucho más favor que a ellos, porque me ha permitido conocer muchas cosas que yo no conocía. Al final, si tú das, puedes recibir, ¿no? Hoy en día, ¿qué tengo en China? Muchos amigos, he adquirido muchos conocimientos que han cambiado absolutamente mi punto de vista sobre la práctica y sobre cómo enfocar la práctica, pero en general eso es para mí la única vía. Hoy el mundo de Internet cambió todo absolutamente. Antiguamente uno vivía en su escuela, encerrado, hacía su estilo, podía hablar de lo que pensaba que hacían otros, pero no podía verlo, pero hoy en día el mundo de Internet te muestra todo. Entonces el modelo ha cambiado, pues debemos cambiar, debemos abrirnos para escuchar a otros porque nos vamos a enriquecer, pensando incluso egoístamente, ya no ni siquiera. Y bueno, a mí es lo que yo no veo la práctica y la vida de otra manera. Hay que ser generoso con los demás porque, como dices, si das uno, recibirás 100, ni siquiera pensando en eso. Es mucho más agradable y hacer amigos es algo maravilloso.
Sí, mi padre tenía una frase que decía que ser honesto es muy conveniente. Decía que si los ladrones supieran las ventajas de ser honestos, lo serían hasta por conveniencia,
exacto,
¿no?
Exacto.
Bueno, pues hay otra frase española que dice que la caridad empieza por uno mismo. También es verdad. Yo creo que mucha gente está esperando ya tu próximo vídeo, ¿no?
Estamos en ello.
Y muy pronto tendréis ocasión de compartir, de disfrutar de los conocimientos y de todo ese bagaje que ha ido acumulando en estos últimos años, porque por más que el estilo sea siempre un estilo, hay matices, ¿verdad? Que uno va aprendiendo con los años, con la práctica.
Absolutamente. Yo utilizo una frase que un día en una conversación hace muchos años, tú mismo me dijiste, ¿no? Decía, la evolución del estilo es y está en la esencia de su tradición. Pues es justo lo que hemos hecho, coger la tradición, los antiguos maestros, el conocimiento que hemos transmitido, trabajar y estudiar con ello y, por supuesto, evolucionar. La evolución es muy buena, pero en ese equilibrio, entonces, en esa línea.
Y además es imparable.
Absolutamente.
Es imparable.
Lo que no evoluciona muere.
Exacto. Bueno, Salvador, Sifu Salvador Sánchez, lo seguiréis viendo todos los meses en la revista, como siempre. Es un gran maestro, una gran persona, como veréis, una persona entrañable y muy abierta a todos los que queráis contactar con él. Lo pueden hacer a través de tu website, que es
taos-academy.com, o vía Facebook, pueden contactar sin ningún problema. Estaremos encantados de atendernos, como siempre, a cualquier persona que nos llame y que tenga interés por conocer algo sobre nuestro punto de vista del Wing Chun Kung Fu.
Pues ya sabéis, Sifu Salvador Sánchez, muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias, maestro.
Gracias. Ancora vado a parlare italo-spagnolo perché sono con il mio fratello e il mio amico Paolo Cangelosi.
Buongiorno a tutti.
Abbiamo fatto insieme con cintura nera questo evento. Insieme non parliamo dell'evento ma della sua scuola, della sua tradizione di Kung Fu oggi, perché lui anche ha stato insegnando nell'evento. Che cosa ha insegnato lui?
Allora, io ho dato una classe di Tai Chi, però un Tai Chi marziale. Abbiamo fatto vedere che anche gli stili interni di Kung Fu si possono applicare come una vera e propria arte marziale, che nascono come arte marziale, poi si trasformano nel passaggio del tempo. Quindi oggi ho fatto vedere alcune applicazioni del Tai Chi.
La tua scuola è una scuola di 40 anni, in Italia è una scuola con una grande tradizione internazionale anche. Noi nos conosciamo anche quanti anni?
Allora, noi ci conosciamo da 22 anni, ben 22 anni.
Da prima di avere l'edizione italiana, la prima italiana che hanno arrivato a Budo, Paolo, si fu Paolo.
Sì, sì.
Abbiamo fatto tanti video.
Tantissimi lavori insieme, video,
Avventura.
libri e tante avventure, corsi, seminari, Hall of Fame, sì, sì.
Dopo tutti questi anni, cosa tu pensa che la rivista ha brindato al mondo marziale?
Io credo che la rivista sia stata un grande mezzo di comunicazione e di informazione per la cultura e la notizia del mondo dell'arte marziale, anche perché essendo una rivista così di fama e di grandezza internazionale, tradotta in tantissime lingue, la comunicazione è veramente grande e ha sicuramente aiutato gli appassionati, i fans dei maestri e gli appassionati delle arti marziali a comprendere e a seguire meglio il cammino di queste discipline.
Cosa pensa di diversa questi anni dell'ultimo incontro
Del Budo Master?
Sì.
Io penso che quest'anno abbiamo organizzato la parte tecnica divisa su 2 aree in modo che i maestri possano ripetere la loro lezione e gli studenti, gli alunni siano divisi in 2 gruppi, perché essendoci molta gente un solo gruppo si crea confusione. E poi abbiamo lavorato meglio sulla logistica dell'evento. Sì. E questo direi che sta andando tutto bene, però abbiamo ancora questa sera la serata di gala, esatto, con tutte le premiazioni, i maestri, e questo è un bel momento perché così la gente può conoscersi, scambiare qualche parola e domani continueremo sempre i seminari. Certo.
Bueno, se volete studiare Kung Fu in Italia sapete che lui è il grande. Ma se volete studiare Kung Fu in qualche parte del mondo, devo dire con l'esperienza di tanti anni che Paolo è uno di quello poco davvero grande. Io sono molto onorato sempre di lavorare con te, sono molto onorato come persona e sono molto onorato come professionista della comunicazione. Ancora grazie per tutto.
Grazie a te Alfredo, come sempre. Grazie a tutti, arrivederci alla prossima.
Alla prossima a Roma, Firenze, a Genova, non lo sappiamo, ma una prossima avverrà.
Ci sarà, esatto.
Ci sarà.
Grazie, arrivederci a tutti.